Hi there, Heather Steves here, and today I want to share the 6th page in my race day journal. So again, I'm using set 2163, the journal sleeves fillers 1 set, to cut out my photos and my photo mats, and I chose the larger of the rectangle dies from that set to cut them out. So my next step was to ink distress the photo mats with my dark brown ink, and then I attached my photos onto those mats. You will notice that my base pages are all using the coffee dyed papers from David's collection from Elizabeth Craft Design, and all of those base pages are cut using the 2159 die set, remember. So I also did take my dark brown ink and I inked all of my pages. So I decided I wanted to create some fun texture on my pages. So I pulled out this square stencil from the Journal Stencils 4 sets, and then I grabbed my opaque texture paste and I started to mix it with some Prima Art Alchemy liquid acrylic colors. So I have this set of 3. They're all like brownish colors. I have ochre, umber, and burnt sienna. And I just ended up playing around adding those colors into my paste until I was happy with the color. And then I started to apply it to my page. So I wanted to basically cover pretty much the whole page. So that's what you see me doing here. And I made sure that the texture was kind of rough and not overly smooth as well. And then I just grabbed a paper towel and I had a little bit that went over the edge of the folder there, so the stencil. So I just wiped that up. And then I did the same thing on my next page, and you see that I rotated the page because I didn't want it to be the exact same pattern on the opposite page. So this way it's still the squares, but it's just a little bit different layout of them. Once I completed that, I just set it aside to dry, and then I came back to it the next day. So I decided to add some of this Dina Wakley gloss spray in the lime color. I chose that because it has some nice contrast with the base page, and it also pulls out some of the green colors from my photos. Next, I grabbed some similar colored green cardstock from my stash, and I cut out some of these flourishes with the Journal Sleeves Fillers 1 dies. I also grabbed stamp set CS365, the journal phrases stamp, and I pulled out one of the phrases, and I'm just stamping that on the same color, just with my darker brown ink. And then I can use the die from the Journal Sleeves Filler set again, and I'm just cutting that out. I just had to trim the end off there with the scissors, and now I can ink that edge so it looks nice and finished. So now I'm just checking and making sure that my gloss spray is dry, and I'm going to go ahead and start to assemble everything. So you see I'm just placing my photo onto the page, and I'm just playing around with these little flourishes and trying to decide the best layout for them. They add a really nice touch to the page, and I like how you can tuck them over top of your photos like you just saw me doing there. And so I'm just going to start to attach them down now. So while you watch me just playing around with the placement of those and attaching everything to my page, I'll just let you know that this die set, the Journal Sleeves Fillers 1 set, they are designed to go into these little journal sleeves that you can also purchase. And it is such a great way to add extra photos to your pages. And just keep in mind that it's so versatile. It's something that I do on my scrapbook layouts all the time, is add these little sleeves. And you can just add so many more photos that way, because you can put one on the front, then you flip it over and you have another one on the back side, and then you have this one that you would put on the base there. And so that lets you add 3 photos in the space of what it would take for just one. And it adds a little bit of fun to your layouts because now they have become interactive. So they're a lot of fun, and I highly recommend getting some of those so that you can play around with them and try some new things with your photos. So as I'm just finishing up adding that last little flourish, one thing you'll notice of the pages is how the flourishes kind of flow from top to bottom, back to the top and to the bottom. It just makes your layouts look more pleasing to the eye, and it helps your eye to move around the page. So lastly, I just grabbed one more stamp from the Journal Phrases stamp set, and I just cut this little one out, did the same thing with it, and I'm just going to add that on my page, and then my page is complete. So here are some still shots. Please have yourself a wonderful day, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.